Hey, everybody, welcome to Mid-America Dirt. I'm Skip, and I am super excited to be joined by Devon Morgan from Greenville, South Carolina. And Devon, you're going to the Dome again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're excited to go back again and hopefully have better luck this time around.
Yeah, you kind of got jammed up last year, didn't you?
Yeah, right. I was sitting in staging for qualifying and I watched the fuel pressure gauge drop and I thought there's no way this happening right now because we just went out in a hot lap like I think third or fourth fastest of the cars that we had to qualify against. So I knew we had a good piece. Just needed to put a solid lap down and that put us pretty good in the heat race. But it's such any setback at the dome, it just really
Yeah.
puts you deep and it's super hard to crawl out of that.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, I mean, you can't really work on your car if something happens, can you? I mean, you really don't have time.
No, you definitely don't have time. They told us if we were able to get it fixed and make it back into the line, the back of the group that they would let us get a lap in. Because I think I was one of the first cars to go out for Group B. Uh, but we weren't able to get it fixed in time because we're trying to diagnose it and see what it was and everything, and it ended up just being a fuel pump. But we and then the spare that we had didn't quite work out exactly like we needed it to, and we had to finagle a bit more than what we should have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a flat can be devastating up there, can it? Because you don't have the infield. You don't have anybody. You can't hot pit, can you?
No, there's no hot pitch. You got a flat. You're done for that event. Just like in the my heat race, Turbo had a flat right rear there, and it put him buried worse than I was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, man, p- people are probably wondering why I've got Devin Morgan from South Carolina on here on Mid America Dirt, but I met you at the Dome last year. I mean, I've known you for I don't know what, over a year now at least. I've been a
Yeah.
fan of yours, and so I'm super excited to have you on here. And if you will, Devin, kind of tell me, do you come from a racing family? Tell me your story, your racing story.
Um. Yeah, somewhat. And Dad's always been around racing and loved it and had race cars and played around. And then on Mom's side, Grandpa, they owned Stork Speedway up in Iowa for a period of time, and her and her six siblings, worked on the facility and the ticket booth and concessions and everything. And then her sister and brother race as well. She raced IMCA modifieds.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, I kind of have that racing background, pretty good there. Um, and just kind of, I've always loved it. And the second I got into go-kart, that I knew I was like, this is what, I
That's
want
it, huh?
to, oh yeah. So, it's been I think 16 years now, been on
Wow.
road, but still enjoying it every day. Wake up and ready to go to the shop and work on the stuff and get ready for the next weekend ahead.
Yeah, I got you. So how you started in go-karts.
Yes.
How did you progress from go-karts?
So we ran go-karts from '09 to 17, and towards the middle of 17, Dad bought a old dirt cart for me to start practicing in, and trying to make that transition. Well, the man that he rents from, Anthony Anders, he won the NASCAR National Weekly Series points and whatever else in the late model stock class. He told Daddy, we got an old asphalt late model, you know, put him in that, let him try that. So I went and practiced it, and I liked it. So we ended up going the asphalt late model route initially,
Okay.
and bought a somewhat newer car at the end of 17, ran a couple of races. 18 ran a full season, won track championship. And in the middle of 18, a man, Barry Thorne, gave me an opportunity to run a pure stock on dirt. And man, I loved it. This thing was 6.9 Camaro, stock suspension and everything. You just got to stock steering box, just get after it, really just drive the hell out of it. Excuse me, but um, and then we ended up buying our own dirt car later that year too, and it's kind of bouncing back and forth between the asphalt and the dirt. Um, Finished out the year, and Dad was like, we need to pick one or the other for next year. I was like, I want to do the dirt deal. The asphalt is just crazy expensive. You got these, rent a ride teams that you got to race against that has endless funds, and it just wasn't super enjoyable. I wasn't looking forward to going to the racetrack, that much
Oh,
anymore. So we went to the dirt side, and I fell in love with it. We could race so much more. You know, get multiple races on tires that were cheaper. All in all, we're just saving a whole lot of money, and we just kept stepping stone our way up through until we got to the late model stuff.
yeah. Okay. And so when you got to late models, did you run? You you run crates, right?
Yeah, yeah, we started in a 602.
Okay. And is that the 12D car?
Yes, sir. That is the personal 12D car.
Yeah. Do you still have that?
Yeah, we still got it. It's a 14
That's a
long. She's a bit of a dinosaur, but she
that's a good looking car.
kind of my thank you. I appreciate it. I just did the body uh over this summer. I just did the drop deck, cut the battery out, moved the battery, moved the T-bar down. I did all the body stuff myself. Yeah, I thank Kenny Harris for all of his help, you know, um, you know, giving me tips and stuff with the decking and stuff. I did it all myself, and that was really neat to do my first body, and now I'm able to knock them out left and right. So
That's
uh,
cool.
it was fun and interesting,
I talked to your dad some, and he said you're super technical. He said you like the technical stuff on the cars. Uh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I love the technical stuff, the side of setup stuff, and the technical side of driving. Like I think 2 weeks ago we went to Sonoa on a Sunday for a day race after the supers were there with my limited car. And man, that place is so slick and technical. You gotta be able to steer, and it just man, I love it.
yeah.
It's just fun. And
So you drive for a team, right?
yes, sir.
And Kenny Harris, right?
Yep.
That's the 21 car. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. So kind of tell me how all that works. Did you guys just get in contact with him? He offer you a ride, and how does that work?
Yeah, uh I don't really know what all happened behind the scenes. I know I had Benji Cole and Blake Curbo both rallying kind of behind the scenes. Kenny wasn't happiest with his current driver, looking to go another route. And, I guess they were pushing my name. Um, and, he never even watched me race. He hired, I they called me on a Monday. My buddy Kerbo called me. Kenny Harris wants you to come work and drive for him. And it was, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning or something. I had to have him repeat it. I was tired. And, I'd been I woke up at 5 to drive to Greenville for a podcast that morning. I just got done with it. But, he told me that, and, I talked with him, and they set it up. And I met Kenny that Friday, and we talked, and he showed me his shop and everything, showed me around, and we shook hands at the end of it to agree to drive for him. And then that next weekend I raced,
Oh, that's
and I
awesome.
never he said he never even watched me race before. He was just going off of their word. So I guess I did something good enough to be able to make it past that first weekend. Yeah,
That's
uh,
awesome.
and it's just been a really good relationship since.
Yeah. So is that pretty close to home for you?
Um, it's about an hour and 45 minutes from the house.
Okay, that's not bad at
Oh,
all, is it?
no, not too bad, but it ironically it worked out. Taylor, my girlfriend, we started dating about 6 months before I got this deal, and she is 30 minutes from the race shop. So, luckily, her family was nice enough to be able to let me. They got an extra bedroom here and let me come down here and stay. And I save a lot of money on gas. You know,
Heck yeah.
having to drive back and forth. Um, so it's just super convenient to be able to just ride back and forth between here and there. And then I help with their race cars here as well. Her dad raced his brother, so I
Okay.
pitch in here as well, and uh, just race cars 24/7.
Ah, yeah, sounds good to me, man.
Oh
Sounds
yeah,
good.
living the
Heck
dream.
yeah. Heck yeah. So what's home track for you over there, man? Do you have one?
Really, I guess Livonia. Well, technically, Winder is our closest track, Winder Barrel Speedway,
Sure.
and that is, it's basically like a the dome with longer straightaways. You know,
Ah, I
it's
gotcha.
boring, beat the wall down. And that's I love driving that place. I love it.
I noticed on my race pass you got a couple wins there, at least a couple. So you must like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we went over there 6 times. We won 3 of them, 3 in a row, was leading 4 in a row, and broke. And then the other 2 races, we missed it pretty bad, you know. Get to a point where you start trying stuff, just trying to get a little bit better, and sometimes it bites you in the foot.
Yeah. I mean, that happens to everybody though, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that's just kind of part of it, isn't it? To be
Oh, yeah.
able to
So
progress
what you're
through
doing
there.
today, tomorrow, so you just always gotta try to keep chipping away at and, finding a little bit here and there, and, eventually you're gonna put together a bigger puzzle.
Yeah. And I noticed you had a couple, at least one or two wins at Livonia too, right?
Yeah, yeah, we got a win in the 12D car at the start of the year, and then, we won, 3 weeks ago, I think it was, in the limited car over there. Um, so, yeah, we've had a pretty good year. We've had a lot of bad luck this year, but I think we still come out with 6 wins or something like that. So all in all, not a terrible year, just could have
Yeah.
been better.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, my race pass I looked, I had like 28 features or something like that, 5 wins and quite a few top fives. I mean, it looked
Yeah.
pretty good. Did the I know over here, in the four state area, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, there was a lot of rainouts. At the beginning of the year. Did that happen to you over there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we suffered a lot of rainouts. And there was, like, several weekends that we had, it always seemed to line up on the 12D car. There were several weekends where I had off from, we weren't gonna me and Kenny wasn't gonna race, so I was gonna drag my car out and race it, and those were the ones that majority got rained out. Uh, it's like my car's only 3 times this year, you know?
Oh man. Yeah.
Um,
So you got a limited. Are you going to be a limited motor at the dome?
no, sir, we got our big open.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
so we'll have last year, Thursday night, we didn't even need, we had a little motor, and that was plenty, but when it came Saturday, early in Saturday, we needed a hoss in that thing. We didn't have it. So this year we bringing it, and if we need it, then we can make it where we got it.
How important is it to, always try to be up toward the front? It's important at that track, isn't it, to not be buried?
Oh yeah, and really anywhere,
Yeah.
really any racing now is just track position so big, especially anywhere you get that's slightly bigger. The dirty air is just, it's bad. It's hard to race around a lot of times. You got to really have a racetrack that is racy. Um, you know, because it just, man, I think a lot of people don't quite understand the magnitude of dirty air. I mean, it is really, really, really bad, and it sucks to race in. To be honest with you, when I get out there and it's a one-way racetrack, I just know pretty much where I start, to where I'm going to finish,
Yeah.
and that isn't very fun.
So it's kind of, can you explain that? Like the feeling? Can you explain the feeling while you're driving? Like what happens? I mean, do you just can't move or what?
Yeah, it's just like if you enter tucked up behind a car or even like a couple car lengths back, like up, you just kind of they just cut such a big air pocket, and you get in that, and you don't have no downforce on the nose, and the rear end on these cars are so traction up, majority of the time that it just picks the whole nose up and just sets you straight. No matter it's the best way to combat it is, when you're gonna get hit with it, just lash on the throttle and get some wheel spin. Um, or try to, I've had times where, right before I catch it, kind of getting in the brake and just jolting the nose as low to the ground as I can. Um, but a lot of times there just isn't much. But you just lose the nose, or if you're already bent and you catch it and then you just get to skating. Just air and air in general is just real big. Someone entering on your door and kind of carrying momentum across your nose on entry and suck the air off you. We saw that with Pierce and Overton at Sonoa with their little exchange, getting in a three. Just it's so big, and
Yeah.
be smart with it the way you drive. And then on the other hand, yeah, I've done this a lot of times, and it's not my favorite thing to do. No one likes it when it happens to them, but air racing is what I call it. You might get someone on the top in one corner, and they're gonna go to the bottom of the next corner. You just shallow off your entry and put dirty air on them so they can't turn in like they want to, and then you get that car length gap, and you got to worry about them.
Yeah.
Uh, stuff like that. You know,
Well, thanks for kind of laying that out. I've never had anybody do that on here before, so I appreciate you doing that. But at the dome though, you don't really have to worry about that at the dome, do you?
no, no, it's not nearly noticeable at the dome. Dome's just sending mash on it, and
Yeah. Pray
hit.
that you don't tear something up so bad that you can't keep racing.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
think last year I ripped the whole spoiler off, and
I remember.
we just kept digging. Um,
Yeah.
and then unfortunately we had to rob a spoiler out of the trailer. Uh, I think we got it braced up a bit more this year, so it should hold on.
Yeah. Do you take quite a bit of extra body stuff with you when you go up there?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Last year we we didn't get quite as much stuff in the trailer. Um, we were kind of rushed for time. Me and Will was racing last year, and so we were trying to get two cars ready, and this and whatever else, and we just kind of uh ran out of time of doing everything that we needed to do. And so this year we were a little bit better prepared. I went ahead and made the dome body, uh, 2 weeks before. So we ran the super last Sunday, and as soon as we washed it Monday and got it in the shop, and I stripped the sides off of it and filler panel and all that, and I already had all that stuff built up, so I just mounted it on there. Put a new roof and cell panels and spoiler and all that good stuff on to make it look good. Um, but we were better prepared. I made some deck pieces yesterday, so I got all my body stuff ready to go, ready to knock it off and be replaced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to have merch up there for people?
Um, I really am not sure yet. Yeah, I
Okay.
would do, um, but I don't think my girlfriend's gonna be able to go. Not sure on that yet, or my parents and all that. And I don't really have anyone. I know we don't have a vendor booth, uh, but I don't really have anyone at the trailer that while
I
I'm
got you.
worried about the race car being able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would love to. Um,
Do you
maybe.
have merch available though? Can people get it?
Oh,
Can
yeah,
people?
yeah, we got
Okay.
merch. Uh, Devon Morgan
Oh
12.
yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, these are the new drops here, and yeah, we still got plenty of shirts available. might have them at the Dome. I haven't decided yet. If I do, I'll be able to, I'll try to stay on top of them Thursday, since I don't race that day. But I know once things get going, it's
Yeah.
man, epic. Oh my God,
You
that's
gotta
why.
you gotta chase what are you chasing 70 grand this year, right?
Oh yeah, 70 grand. I think it's 10 grand prelim night.
Yeah. Heck
But
yeah. But for people who want merch, what do they do? Just message you on Facebook or something?
yeah, the best way is just message the Devon Morgan Racing page, or even message my personal page. That'd be the best two ways, and we'll get with you as fast as we can, and get shipped out.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What's happening next season? Do you know yet?
No, I don't really know yet. Obviously we're gonna be racing. I do know that. We got a new car on the way, so we'll hopefully have it ready come February or so. But no real set races or anything besides the Ice Bowl and Winter Freeze. I know we'll be at them
Okay.
too. Uh, but other than
Now
that, not
you don't race a series, right?
no,
Okay.
no, we don't race a series. We might next year. Not really sure. We just have to talk and see what the
See how
schedule.
it goes.
That's really a big thing. Like Southern All Stars would probably be the easiest schedule for us to run. Um, for where we're at, but they got a lot of races that are or I say a lot of races. They got a couple races at out in Kentucky and
Yeah.
uh, one or two in Florida, and it's just kind of farther off, and I just don't think those are races that we want to go to. We try to stick more regionally and not go too far off. During
Yeah.
the regular year.
Now, Kimmy Harris, just what kind of chassis do you run?
We run train chassis.
Do you
Uh,
feel so the train chassis? You feel pretty comfortable with it? I mean, does it fit your driving style?
yeah, yeah, I enjoy driving it. We Yeah, it took me a little bit to kind of find that feeling that I was looking for. I was so used to my car and the way that my car drove, and so it took me a little bit, kind of work setup wise to get that feeling that I wanted with them. But when I pretty much have got it there, and we've been really good ever since I got it kind of where I wanted it, and we were good before that. I just kind of longed for more. I just wanted
Yeah.
more of this or that, and so we just kind of had to keep working, and we finally got it there.
Okay. Well, that's super cool. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on here and talking to me. I really do. I've, like I said, I've been a fan of yours for a while. Super cool to get you on here, and especially before the dome,
Yeah,
because that's awesome, man. How far of a drive is it? It's a pretty good drive for you now. They're
I
in what, like 12 hours or something like that.
I think it's in the toter. I think it's 10.5.
Okay, that's not too bad then. That's not.
No,
I mean, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's still a pretty long haul.
yeah.
But uh, yeah, that's super cool, man. It's not man. I don't know if it's probably not as big as the World 100, but still, it's got to be right there, pretty close. I mean, it's a big event.
Oh man, it's massive, and Cody keeps doing such a good job with it, and getting it bigger and bigger. And I forgot who said it. Someone said it. I scrolling through Facebook and saw where they had a write up, but it's a crown jewel. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's 100% a crown jewel event now. Um, and it's tough. It's probably tougher than the world or the dream to make, because
Yeah,
one little thing and you're buried deep.
yeah.
Um, it's not nearly as wide, as big as Eldora. You don't have all that room to race around, and it's just get after it and beat and bang, and you
Hopefully, stay
just
in one piece, or
yeah.
at least stay in a piece that still runs.
Yeah, like in the Orton Home qualifier deal last year, we were beating and banging. I think I got thrown in the right rear and wheel hopped, and We were all over the place, but man, it was a blast. I had so much.
Yeah, it seems like I was there. I watched it. I mean,
Yeah,
I watched it. It seemed like you were rolling. It seemed to me like, from what I remember, you were rolling around the top or something, and somebody just kind of right in front of you just kind of plugged you up right there, and then I'm like, man, you had a run going. It looked like, and then you just got kind of hemmed in.
yeah, it was one of the restarts. I was going for third, and uh, he just kind of washed out on the exit and caught me in the left front, and wheel hopped me out. And normal instance, it'd kind of be like, frustrating. But man, we're in the dome. It's so tired, man. You can't fault nobody,
Yeah.
that for stuff like that. 'Cause I think earlier in that deal, I right reared someone without realizing it too. Uh, I'll do later to whoever that was, but it's you just gotta it's give and take, a whole lot more give, but you just kind of got to be understanding that this is extremely narrow, boring, and
Yeah.
you know stuff's gonna happen, and it's easy to get frustrated about that stuff, but at the end of the day, you gotta understand it's gonna happen, and 90% of the time, the person's not meaning to do it.
Right.
Just off the racing there, you just brush
Yeah.
it off, fuel up for the next corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, you got any sponsors you want to thank before we get off here? Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, I got to thank my mom, my dad, my girlfriend for always supporting me, BKPR, Kenny Harris for everything that he does for me, Oh So Good Mountain Spring Water, Rod Roberts Trucking, Gus Simpson Trucking, Brazenton Real Estate, Carswell Grading, Kenny Collins Signs, um, A-Rob Performance, One Touch Detailing, 441 Diesel, or 441 Tire Shop, sorry, uh, Ultimate Tire, and Vico Racing Engines. I, I believe that's it. Um, I'm sure
Well,
I'm
like I said, I kind of put you on the spot on that one, but so you've done pretty good. Did better than I could.
yeah, bit of photographic memory. But there's a lot of people that goes into this deal that you know couldn't couldn't do it without. Just thankful for every one of them, and yeah, we're gonna try our best at this dome deal here. Hopefully, I think we'll have the race car wrap Monday, so
Oh, cool.
hopefully we'll be revealing that shortly after. Depends on what Kenny wants to do. It might unveil it at the dome. We don't know yet. It's just
Okay.
depends wherever he wants it.
Okay. Well, that's super cool, man. Super cool. Well, Devin, man, thanks so much for being on here. I appreciate it. It's good to get you on here and talk to you. And um, hopefully I'll see you Thursday night. I'm going to be up there, so maybe I'll see you around Thursday night.
Oh yeah,
Um, but I think I am just going one day this year. It's hard for me to get away, for the whole time. So, and I kind of got to pick and choose a day. So think I'm going to go Thursday, hopefully.
yeah. Well,
Um,
just you got my number. Just give me a call. We'll get
yeah,
together. And I'll definitely be there, hanging out, watching, and seeing what the track does and what we can expect for Friday.
yeah, do some recon on it,
Yeah.
huh?
If it's smooth, it's definitely going to be rough Friday. We know that,
Oh
but
yeah,
uh,
oh yeah,
it just depends. They've gotten to a pretty good standardized point where Thursday's going to be kind of hard and black and slick, and Friday's going to be a little rougher, and then Saturday's going to be a cornfield.
yeah,
On the dome.
oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, and good luck up there, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on here.
Thanks for coming on.